I'm going to show you at the end. I'm going to explain it. Go ahead.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1.
Watch this.
The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
Okay.
Verse 5. I am black.
Solomon is letting you know his color. I am black. Jesus Christ comes from this family line, King Solomon. Solomon's from the tribe of Judah. David's from the tribe of Judah. They had their records, even from centuries prior. So Solomon says what?
I am black.
This is in the Bible. Guess what? You open Google right now, type in King Solomon, you're not going to see images of a black man. But he's in documentation, he says he's black. Get Acts 13.
So what I'm showing you are great secrets that have been in the Bible, that all your great pastors have read. They've been paid not to teach it. Song of Solomon 1, verse 1.
Song of Solomon 1, verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's.
Which is Solomon's. Verse 5.
I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Solomon says he's black. So wait a minute. King Solomon, king of Judah, king of the 12 tribes of Israel, says he's black. And we are running around with Caucasian images of the Israelites. We look at movies. Christ came from the lineage of David and Solomon. And we look at a white Jesus, oh, Jesus. And the Bible is saying black. You read the word black, 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 black all through the Bible. But the minister has been taught not to teach the children of the slave. Don't teach them that.
So now let's go to the Bible to see the color of King Solomon. Read. Open it as well, brother. Read. This is the book of the Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon. Say the Song of Songs, which is Solomon. So Solomon wrote this. Agreed? Now jump to verse 5. Verse 5. I am black, but comely, all your daughters of Jerusalem. Yeah. 1 verse 5. Look at verse 5. I want you to read it yourself. Verse 5. Read it.
I am black, but comely, O ye daughter of Jerusalem.
I'm what?
I am black, but comely, O ye daughter of Jerusalem.
But sometimes when we read this thing, people say this is of our own Bible, that we wrote it there. But these things have been in all the Bibles, but our people have not been reading it. Remember we read
your history book. It's not the white man's book. You know who else is black? You get that in Song of Solomon. You know? So this is King Solomon speaking. Drop down to 5. Verse 5. I am black. What'd he say? I am black. He said what? I am black. But what? But comely. Black and beautiful.
That is biblical skin. He said I'm black and I look good. We some good looking people.
Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
Hold on. What are we reading? The King James Version Bible. Read it again.
I am black, but comely.
King Solomon said I'm black and I look good.
This Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. When you read Matthew chapter 1, Jesus Christ is a direct descendant of King Solomon. That's his great-great-grandfather. We're going to see what color was King Solomon. Read.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
No, he's white.
I am black.
No, he's Asian.
I am black.
King Solomon says he's a black man.
That's right.
This is the Holy Bible. Have you ever read that?
IUIC claims Solomon said he was black by going to Song of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. They tried to prove it by reading verse 1 along with verse 5, but skips the other verses. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. However, if IUIC would have read the next verse 1-2, Song of Solomon 1-2, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. They would have to ask the question, based on IUIC premises, if this is Solomon speaking, IUIC would have to conclude Solomon is gay. Didn't Solomon say verse 2, per their premise, is in the book which is Solomon's also? But wait, ask IUIC, who would King Solomon be talking to in verse 2? Himself? Song of Solomon 1:3. Because of the Savior of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. Does that sound like Solomon is talking to himself? Ask IUIC, didn't King Solomon also, according to them, say, verse 4, so another king has brought Solomon into his chamber? It's in the book, which is Solomon's. Draw me, we will run after thee. The king has brought me into his chamber. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. So when read in context, what have we learned? Now on to verse 5 and 6, in light of verses 2 through 4, which IUIC knowingly used out of context. IUIC could not make up a precept for this if their life depended on it. What we have learned is the Shulamite woman talking to the daughters of Jerusalem. She tells them, the king has brought me into his chambers. He's brought her into his chambers. They tell her they will be glad and rejoice with her. She tells them, I am black but comely. Notice, she says to them, as the curtains of Solomon. This is not Solomon talking. Notice she goes on. She tells the daughters of Jerusalem not to look upon her because she is black. Verse 7, she, the Shulamite woman, speaks of her beloved. Verse 8, the beloved speaks to her, the Shulamite woman. Verse 11, the daughters of Jerusalem speaks. Verse 12, the Shulamite woman speaks. Verse 15, the beloved speaks. We'll stop there. Many other points could have been drawn out from the passages as read in context of the chapter and using proper hermeneutics. The bottom line is, this is a woman that has been brought into Solomon's harem, and she's longing for her lover. And there's a question between her and the daughters of Zion, who's somewhat jealous of her as you read the text, and there's a conversation going back and forward. But it is not Solomon talking, even though it's in the book of Solomon.